Hi everyone, so today I want to show you this card, which I'm calling a 5x7 mini fan card. And it's basically, I did see this on Pinterest, but I'm not sure, I don't think they had an actual name for it. The instructions on the blog were all in German, which I understand a little bit of German, but not enough to make a card with. So I've just kind of figured out the sizes myself, because they didn't use a 5x7, they used a slightly smaller card. So yes, I've just sort of done my own version, made it out of a 5x7. So this will fit in an envelope for 5x7 card. The papers I've used are my new Bright Summer Days digital papers. So these are available on my Etsy shop. If you can hear a cat meowing in the background, it's just my cat. She's disgraced herself, so she's not allowed in here. So yeah, so this is the pack I've got. So these are the papers. I've tried to do ones that are not all floral this time, just so that because not everyone likes floral ones. I've already made a card using this, which I actually did on one of my videos recently. And then we've obviously got this and this one, which I'm using on my other card in a minute. This is one I've used on today's card. These are floral, but they're I've tried to make them a bit more abstract. And then you've got lots of hexagons as well. So that's your 12-piece pack. So that's available over on my Etsy store. Don't forget to check out obviously the Golden Flora, the Spring Garden, and also Patriotic Florals. All different packs are available over my Etsy store. So yeah, so that's the card for today. So I hope you like it. So let's get into it. Okay, so for this card, you're going to need a 5x7 card blank. If you haven't got that, you need a 7 by 10 inch piece of card, and you're going to score halfway at 5 inches along the long edge. Fold it in half, and that will make a 5x7 card blank. What we're going to do next is we're going to take a ruler and a pencil, and then along the top of the front of your card, you're going to measure 3 inches and make a mark, and then you're going to cut from that mark down to the bottom left hand corner, but only on the front cover. So I've got my craft mat out, cutting mat out. So I'm now going to put my steel rule on that mark and down to the bottom right hand corner, and we're going to cut that whole section off like that. So then when you look at this, you've got like a corner cut out. Okay, so keep this because you're going to need this. You're also going to need another piece of base that is 4x6. Okay, so your 4x6 piece, what you're going to do is just turn it round, and we're going to cut from the top right hand corner to the bottom left hand corner diagonally. So you end up with that. Now this piece you don't need. So if you make 2 of these cards at the same time, you can then put that to use, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put that to one side because I will be using that later. So you only need that one triangle. So next we're going to bring in all of our mat pieces. So for the mat pieces, you need 2 pieces that are 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. One of them is going to stay whole and not get cut up. So we'll deal with that in a minute. That's for the inside. The other one we are going to cut up. So you're going to need to take a ruler again and your pencil. And along the top, you are going to measure at 2 3/4 of an inch along the top and make a mark. And then you just need to cut from that mark to the bottom left-hand corner, right-hand corner even. So you should end up with that. Now this should, you need to check it, but it should fit on your front cover nicely and be the right angle. So hopefully that's the case. So that is going to go on there. Now then, this bit that's left needs to be the mat for this piece. If you want, you can just lay it on and eye it and cut it so that it's the right size. Or if not, you can just measure. I would definitely eye it as well, because it might be that it doesn't end up quite right. So along the top from the right hand side, you just want to measure and mark 1 3/4. And then up this side here, you're going to mark at 1/4 of an inch. Up the straight edge side. And then what we want to do is take I'm going to turn it round because I've got a little cork thing on the back of this, so if I put it on that very fine edge it doesn't trap the card. So we're going to go from those 2 marks, so from there down to that 1/4 inch mark. Now you'll notice that that is not actually an even border, but you should hopefully find it'll fit anyway, it'll work. So I'm just going to cut down there. I probably should have done that the other way around, but anyway, cutting it the other way. And then this piece should hopefully fit on here. So that fits nicely on there like that. So that is that piece done. So then you need another mat piece. This time it is 3.5 by 5.5. And again, with it landscape, you're going to cut from the top right hand corner down to the bottom left diagonally. You should end up with that. So obviously that one's going to go to one side. This is the one we need for this, and again you should find that, that fits nicely on there. So that can go to one side again. Next you need a piece of pattern paper that is 4.5 by 6.5. Now what we want to do, and I'm going to do this on the reverse because I don't want to end up, you know, drawing lines on here. In fact, no, I will do it on the front. I will do it on the front because I can just cut straight away. So what we're going to do is on the top, we're going to mark at 2.5, and then I'm just going to cut down from that 2.5 mark, so from the left across 2.5, and then I'm going to cut down to the bottom right hand corner. So that will leave you with these 2 pieces. Now hopefully that first piece, the biggest piece, will now nicely fit on here like that, which it does. So then this piece is going to go on here, but again we just need to cut it down slightly. So what I would do, again, if you want to eye it you can. If you want to measure it, then you're going to need to mark it at approximately, I'm going to turn it over and do it on the other side. So from the right angle side, 1.5 inches. And then up the side it should be about 3/4 inch. And then hopefully if we cut from there to there, that should fit nicely. I'm just going to turn this over and pretend like it's going that way around and just see. Yeah, I think that's probably about right. Okay, so I'm going to cut that out. So you should end up with a slither like that, and that should fit nicely onto there like that. So you've got that all layered up like that. And then last but not least, before we stick everything down, is the last bit of pattern paper, which is 3 by 5, and you're going to cut again diagonally from the top right hand corner to the bottom left. Now it is advisable with all of these really to put tape on before you start cutting your triangles. I've forgotten to do that, so I'm going to have fun taping these up. Obviously if you're using wet glue it's not so much of a problem, but yeah, just bear that in mind. Right, one of these is going to go off, I'm going to use it on the other card, and this one is going to come in, and again that should nicely fit on there like that. So I'm now going to go ahead and stick all of my patterns and mats down to my base and base pieces all together. Together you end up with that. Now we just need a white piece to go on the inside. Now if you want to, you can cut yourself out a white piece that is 4.5 by 6.5 and just stick it straight in, and that means you'll have white sticking, you know, on this bit here. I quite like this just being plain matte, so the pink colour. If you wanted to, you could cut out a pattern piece that is basically what you've done here. Just cut out a slither and put that down there. You could do that. I'm going to leave it pink, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a piece of white to go inside that is the same shape and size as this pattern piece here. So what I'm going to need is a 4.5 by 6.5, and we're going to do exactly what we did with the pattern. So I'm just going to take my ruler, and along the top I'm going to mark at 2.5, and then cut from there down to the bottom right hand corner. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick that into there like that. Now obviously if you want to stamp it first you can. I'm going to stamp it later. I need to find a greeting for it. Okay, so I've stuck that in, that's fine. I'm going to put some gems or something on the top there. So that's that. So now we need to go ahead and assemble our triangles. Now if you want, you can stick them flat, but I quite like them raised up a little bit. So this one, which is the rectangle we cut in half diagonally, is going to go with the point on the bottom corner, left corner like that, and then you just want to angle it so that this point here is kind of on that matte edge, and this one here is just over a little bit, so you've got a little bit of that poking over. You can have it as far, you know, either way as you want, but just make sure it doesn't go outside of the edge of the card. So that is going to go there like that, and this one again, the points are all going to join up, and that's going to go central in the middle like that. Now as I said, if you want to stick it down flat you can, but I quite like to add a little bit of dimension to it. Let's me try to think of the right word. So I'm going to use this silicone foam tape from Dovecraft. It's from DRK Crafts. So it's their silicone foam tape that they've got. I'll link it in the description below, but it's really useful because it's see-through, you can't really see it, and it's not too thick either. So I'm going to go ahead now and stick this down. Okay, so you end up with that. So then all you need to do is go ahead and add a greeting. So I thought I might put this thank you on. I'm not sure where yet. Quite like, oh, I think I might put it down the bottom here actually. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add some of these. These are from Lucy's shop, and they are glossy mint mix pearls. And I think they're beautiful because they've got a kind of an iridescent type sparkle on them. So I'm just going to go ahead now and add those into the top right hand corner. So there you have your finished card. And obviously if you wanted to do a bit more on it, you could have some pearls on it, have some pearls on the edge, whatever you want to do. But yeah, it's quite a nice card. Obviously if you don't put the foam pads underneath there, it will fold flat for posting, which makes it great. And even if you use like thinner, I mean, even with this, I could probably get this through, well, I'd probably go large letter actually, but if you use slightly thinner foam pads, you can get those ones that are really thin, then you could have a little bit of dimension, but it would still go through the post. So that's an option. But yeah, so that's the card for today. So I hope you liked it. Please don't forget to go and check out my Etsy shop, where you can find these Bright Summer Days papers in there, the digital papers, and also check out the other ones, the Spring Garden, the Patriotic Florals, and the Golden Flora pack as well. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, hit the notification bell so you never miss a video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.